Hi, everyone. It's Shannon Shy. Welcome to Motivation Mondays. We got about 10 inches of snow here in Virginia last night and today. So later I'll be shoveling. Anyway, I'm excited. I love snow. It makes me happy. So I'm sitting here inside my house just watching the snow fall. All right, today I want to talk about uncertainty and shedding the burden of uncertainty. You tell me that you have to be certain that something bad did not occur because of you. You tell me that you have to be certain that something bad will not happen in the future because of you. You tell me that you have to be certain that you are not a pedophile or a violent criminal. You tell me that you have to be certain that the thoughts are actually coming from OCD before you treat them as OCD. You tell me that you just can't handle uncertainty, not knowing for sure. I have some good news for you. You can actually shed the burden of uncertainty and give yourself permission to move forward despite that uncertainty. You ask me, why? How? Right? Why should I allow uncertainty with all of these bad thoughts? Why shouldn't I try to be sure that none of these bad things have happened or will happen? And how can I do that? Change your perspective, right? There is a reason why these thoughts stick and you feel the way you do. You have a disorder called OCD. OCD deals in uncertainty and anxiety. OCD uses this as leverage and is betting that you can't handle having uncertainty or anxiety and that you will succumb to its tyrannical demands and do what it tells you to do each time, every time. What you do in the moment is based on this paradigm that you have the disorder, right? We leave that world of uncertainty, right? Hypotheticals, possibilities, conjecture, and we move over into this world of I know what's going on with me. I deal with a disorder that deals in anxiety and uncertainty. Take OCD's leverage off the table. Allow the uncertainty and the anxiety to be present. OCD won't know what to do because it deals in anxiety and uncertainty. But if you take them off the table, you start to checkmate the disorder. Remind yourself that it's okay to be indifferent because you have OCD. I treated thoughts I suspected were coming from OCD as false narratives. That was helpful to me. You don't have to. Some people say just say they're true. Some people say they're true. Maybe they're not true. I treated them as false narratives, no value. I didn't debate that conclusion because I was dealing with OCD. I didn't have to go through some machination of thought about whether it could be true, not be true. I said, if I suspect it's coming from OCD, it's a false narrative. I then made a stark decision to treat the thoughts as coming from OCD. Despite the uncertainty that I felt, despite the anxiety that I felt, I'm treating these as OCD and I will act accordingly. I concluded that I did not need to respond to these thoughts and this anxiety that were coming from OCD. I learned early on in my recovery as I was thinking about what I was doing that was making OCD stronger, what I could do differently that would make it weaker. But I figured out that OCD would never let me have certainty about anything related to those thoughts. And even with this thought that, hey, I don't know that it's coming from OCD, it wouldn't let me have certainty. Importantly, I decided if OCD won't let me have certainty about anything, then trying to achieve certainty cannot be my objective. My objective had to be, how do I move forward despite the uncertainty? And this goes back to the very important reminders of the consequence of continuing to take the bait, of continuing to treat these thoughts as having some value that needed my response. The consequence was I stayed in the hell pit, the very place that I was trying to get out of. If I continued to give in, I stayed in the hell pit. So I had to choose another approach. And yeah, I had intense anxiety with all of that doubt about all of those bad things. But then I reminded myself of all of the very important reasons why I had to recover. Reasons that were way more important than my fear. I gave myself permission to be uncertain. It was okay. I'm dealing with this disorder. You can do this, right? I did it, but you and I are not different. I shouldn't even say but. And you and I are not different. So choose the option for recovery. Change your perspective. Understand where all of this is coming from and that it is okay for you to be indifferent to the thoughts and to not respond. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.